Today we'll be discussing the cleaning and disinfecting module. So basically we'll be discussing more about the cleaning and the disinfecting, the difference between the detergent and disinfectant, sanitizer, the type of sanitation, how swabbing works, how water is used, effect of disinfectants, ideal qualities of disinfectants, general cleaning. So basically this will be the topics that we'll be covering in terms of this module, which is module 4 on sanitation and safety. So as we dive in, the first one, we need to know what is a detergent. So basically the examiner can ask what is the difference between a detergent and a disinfectant. So you need to know, you must be able to know to distinguish between the two. You must be able to know how to explain the two. So basically focusing on detergent. So a detergent, number one, is a cleaning agent. So a detergent is a chemical agent or substance used in food services to remove grease and dirty things. So number one, it is that it is a cleaning chemical agent, that it is used to remove what? Grease and dirty stuff. So when we say grease, we mean like what can I say? Like example, it's, let's say, the grease on the stove, the brownish thing. If you're using the old type 4 plates, there's that stubborn thing that cannot be removed. So basically we normally use what something like handy in order for the plate or the side of the plate to shine. So basically this is what detergent. So detergent, it is used to remove grease. So you need to know, you must be able to know that, okay, detergent, it is used to remove the grease and the dirt or the debris. You can another one is what it can be used to remove debris. So detergent cleans soiled items by removing chemical and physical action. So basically these are the points of the detergent. So basically number one, they say detergent cleans the soiled items by involving chemical and physical action. So basically involve chemical and physical action. Then certain functions are emphasized more than others while cleaning a particular type of surface. So certain functions are emphasized more. When they mean certain functions are emphasized more, they mean like there is a procedure that you need to follow when using a detergent. That means you know that you have to select the correct detergent for a specific environment or a specific equipment. So you need to know the chemicals in the detergent. What do they do? What do they not do in opposite way? So you need to know if it has a bleach. You find out that you are cleaning something that has a cloth, so you must be aware of such information. Then effective cleaning is dependent on the temperature and pH of the water. So the contact time between the detergent and the surface and method of the detergent application. So effective cleaning depends on what? On temperature, on pH of the water, the contact time between the detergent and the surface. So the contact time between the detergent and the surface. So basically what do they mean by this statement, that effective cleaning depend on the temperature and the surface, the time between the surface and the detergent. So basically you would know that each and every detergent has a time required. That means you do not just apply it and clean. For instance, example is when you use your sunlight liquid soap. Sunlight liquid soap normally has instructions that gives you guidelines on how to use and how many milliliters should you use if you are using uh, uh, this type of zinc. So they will normally brief you to say if ever you're using a small zinc, you apply 5 milliliter of sunlight before you put on your dishes, or before you start cleaning your dishes. You first uh you st- I don't know what to I like. It's something like stirring in order for the bubbles to form. So I think you have seen the advertisement whereby the sunlight is like it should have bubbles. Like you need to stay it until it dissolves. So as soon as it dissolves, it becomes what? It becomes bubblish. It becomes bubblish. That means you will have a lot of bubbles. Or I don't know what which term I can use, but I think you get what I'm trying to say and what I mean by bubblish water. So basically, you know that after pouring it inside the water, you stay with your hand or you shake inside the water until it dissolves and bubblish forms. So after bubblish has formed and after the soap has dissolved, you will now have a lot of bubbles. So then you start washing or cleaning your dishes. So basically that's what information you need to know about the detergent. You know that it removes grassy. It is mostly used for soiled items. So it involves both physical and chemical action. So you also, as I've said, the physical action is the one that you need to help it to dissolve. That means you shake inside the water. You shake your hand inside the water, or you stay with your hand inside the water for the bubbles to form. Then chemical is the sunlight liquid, which is the example. So please be careful when they ask about the detergent. Normally you don't say sunlight. They don't want brands. So a detergent, yes, it is. A sunlight is a detergent. Jig is a detergent, but they are not looking for specific product, specification of product. So they are not looking for any brands. So basically, when they ask about detergent, you must be willing to say a detergent is a soap. What it does. It needs both chemical and physical action. So it mostly cleans soiled items. Also, it helps to remove dirty, dirt, and grease. So with those kind of points, the examiner will allocate marks for you because you have idea and you know what you're talking about. So going to what disinfectant. So what is a disinfectant? A disinfectant, it's also what a chemical agent which is used to destroy disease causing bacteria, microorganisms, or pathogens, excluding spores and viruses. So a detergent, here's the difference between a disinfectant. You remember, a disinfectant is the one that we use to clean. Just remember, when you see a detergent, you just remember of sunlight, something that you use at your household. But when it comes to disinfectant now, you must have an aspect of sanitizers that we normally used during COVID-19. So as it states, it says disinfectant is a chemical agent which is used to destroy diseases causing what? Bacteria, microorganisms, or pathogens, excluding spores and some viruses. So disinfectant is a chemical agent used to destroy what? Disease causing bacteria. So you will remember during COVID-19, they will always suggest that keep washing your hands regularly, keep cleaning your phone before, clean your surfaces, clean the stove, clean the house, mop. So why do we mop? By now we already know that we live with bacteria. Bacteria is something that it always occur within 20 minutes. Bacteria, it's always there. Excuse me. It's something that it always occurs. So by then, once you know that disinfectant now is something that helped us to destroy bacteria. So basically, it is a strong chemical that helps to kill bacteria, that helps to destroy bacteria, such as jik. Jik is a great example. So when it comes to disinfectant, just remember something that it is not used to kill bacteria. So sunlight, it's like you can classify it as a mild soap used to clean. So it does not destroy bacteria. However, it reduces bacteria. It got those effective chemicals that reduce bacteria. So when it comes to disinfectant destroys. So basically, you will remember on the jig we have something that's like 99.9 kill germs, but on sunlight we do not have that thing. So basically, on jig, just remember disinfectant as an example of jig, and a detergent as an example of sunlight. So detergent is something that you can use to clean a grassy, dirty. Then disinfectant is something that we normally use to destroy bacteria. So jig is a great example to explain what disinfectant, because it consists of 99.9% proven to kill what bacteria. It's all, if ever you know jig, you will remember that there is that stick at the top that is written 99.9. So basically, a disinfectant is a chemical agent that is used to destroy bacteria. So with that, you saying that you will get your marks, you will get allocated. So here are some of the points that you need to know when it comes to disinfectant. So a disinfectant is a legal disinfectant must reduce the level of pathogenic bacteria by 99.9. So basically, here what they saying here, they think that if ever a disinfectant is legalized, it should be proven to reduce bacteria by 99.9%. So I've already given the example of jig. So jig reduces bacteria by 99.9%. That means it is what? It is a disinfectant. So it is a disinfectant that reduces bacteria by 99.9. So it is proven that it reduces bacteria by 99.9. So during a time frame of 5 to 10 minutes. So in order for bacteria to be reduced 99.9%, you allow it for about 5 to 10 minutes. So basically, that's another point you need to remember, that for me to say now bacteria has been destroyed up to 99.9. That means I have to wait about as minimum as 5 to as maximum as 10 minutes. So basically, you remembering that, then you are more likely to remember detergent, or you should apply it. You can just clean and remember that when I have jig, I have to wait 5 minutes. So basically, it will help you remember detergent uh, disinfectant, sorry to say detergent, disinfectant when it comes to what, to examination. So another point, it says that a disinfectant has a high killing capacity for pathogens, bacteria, compared to what, a sanitizer. So a bacteria has a high compared to sanitizers. So you will remember sanitizers, they differ. The reason why they say it has a higher capacity to kill pathogens, bacteria, compared to sanitizers. Sanitizers, they differ, as there are sanitizers that they kill up to 70 something percent. They are not 99.9, but however there are somewhere around 70 something, 45. They differ, they're a lot. So basically this is why they say that disinfectant is more effective than what, sanitize, due to what, sanitizers, they have various of what, of percentages. So they even if they are legal, they are not tested to be what, 99.9, like a disinfectant. Disinfectant, they go to a processing whereby they are supposed to be tested to be what, 99.9%. So those are the points that you should take note of. So disinfectants and antiseptics are likely in the both are germinal, destroy germs. So, but antiseptics are primarily applied in the living tissues. So, disinfectants are likely to both destroy germs. So, however, they destroy what, bacteria. They are mostly also likely to destroy what, germs. Just like you can think of when we say reducing germs, that means the soap, which is what, Lifebuoy, they always advertise it to reduce what, germs on your body. So germs is basically someone touching you after touching something. So they give you germs, they transport their body germs towards you. So you need to use that kind of soap to what, to destroy germs, which is what, 99.9%. Example, great example for that point is what, is Lifebuoy. So remember that. Sorry guys, I have a flu. So when it comes to what, levels of disinfectant, we are going to dive in straight to what, sanitize. What sanitizer is. So in general, what is a sanitizer? A sanitizer, it means to reduce number of microorganisms in a safe level. So normally the explanation of sanitize is that you need to tell the marker or the examiner that no, the sanitizer is normally what, proven to reduce the number of what, of microorganisms to a safe level. So as I've said, they differ with percentages. So the reason a disinfectant is more effective than sanitizer, it is that a disinfectant, it destroys bacteria up to what, 99.9. However, the sanitizer, it reduces bacteria to a safe level, which is, it reduces to a safe mode, where now you can say, yeah, you're safe, but probability or possibilities, they still occur. So types of sanitations. Types of sanitation include, so types of sanitation, it is thermal sanitation and chemical sanitation. You also need to know the two general types of sanitation. the examiner could ask and say explain for 4 marks. So take note of that. When they ask the general types of sanitation, you must be able to say a thermal sanitation and a chemical sanitation. What is a thermal sanitation? Basically, examiner wants you to explain. So it could be like three. They can say 3 marks for explaining the two. So basically, it could be out of 6, just explaining what the types of sanitation that are given there, which is what the thermal sanitation and the chemical sanitation. So basically, the examiner could say what generally explain the types of sanitation that may be included in an establishment. So they can give a scenario or say. So another thing is that, guys, please note, wherever there are scenarios, it's mostly rare that you're gonna find answers from the scenario. So basically, once you answer according to the scenario, if you state your answer on the scenario, let's say they ask you something about the scenario, whereby they say like the establishment is what, so it needs to be sterilized. So generally provide the two types of sanitation that may be included in the establishment. So you shouldn't base your answer based on the scenario that has been given. So basically, the marker was disturbing you, giving you that scenario. So he wants you to give him or her the types of sanitation that are in your book that you know, not the ones that you're gonna make out of the scenario. No. So once you write your offside answers based on on the scenario given, they already know that you don't know these things. So they won't even hesitate to read your statement, because they can just tell that you don't know what you're talking about. So when they say general types of sanitation, so you know that they're referring to what? Thermal sanitation, chemical sanitation. So what is the thermal sanitation? Thermal sanitation refers to what? A process of reducing bacteria using hot water or steam. It's a process of reducing what? Bacteria using hot water or steam. So and then the other one, it's chemical sanitation. It's a process involves what? Approved chemical agents to reduce what? Bacteria. So that's the difference between the two. You can say that they can use what? They can use steamers. So if you want to show the examiner that you know, you can say, okay, the establishment could improvise the new system method that could use what? Steaming machines to reduce bacteria, or the establishment could use machines that will destroy will have a irrigation system that will supply what? Hot water, reducing the bacteria. So the examiner would see that, oh, this student knows what he or she talking about. So you get your credit, even if you didn't give the thermal sanitation. He or she will already know that you are talking about the thermal. So, but however, you also need to indicate that they could use what. Then you state this is a thermal sanitation. Then chemical sanitation. This is refers to what? To where the establishment needs to get approved sanitizers. So take note of of the key points. Needs to use what? Approved sanitizers. So they need to get approved sanitizers to reduce bacteria, to use them to reduce bacteria in the establishment. So those are the two. So you could get the three 3 marks out of explaining each, which is the 1 mark for naming that this is a chemical sanitation. Then you 2 marks for explaining chemical sanitation, which is a process that refers to what usage of approved sanitizers in an establishment to reduce bacteria. You get 2 marks for that easy thing. Then thermal sanitation, you get 1 mark for thermal sanitation, 2 marks for explaining thermal sanitation, a process that refers to what to getting rid or reducing bacteria using steam machines or water irrigation system. You don't need to put it the way I said it, as long as it consists of water, steam, they mark you correct. Basically, if ever it happens that it is what 6 marks, you get your 6 marks. Then we got I didn't indicate the levels of disinfection. So basically, the examiner could ask the levels of what disinfectant, not disinfection, disinfectant. So they could ask the levels. So there are 3 levels in disinfectant. So basically, you need to know the 3 levels. Please take them. Take the note of what I'm just going to say right now. So the first one being what the highest level, the medium level, and the lowest level. Those are the 3 levels that you need to know. So what is the highest level of disinfectant? So if they say disinfectant is on a highest level, please explain to us what type of disinfectant is this, or what does this a level of disinfectant do. Basically, you have to know on the highest level. You will tell the examiner that this is a process of sterilization. So what do you mean by sterilization? That means you are completely killing or destroying the bacteria. This is the highest level, whereby you're using a chemical agent that will completely reduce bacteria by what? By 99.9%, or will kill bacteria if possibly. You tell the marker that a highest level is a level whereby use 99.9 usage of chemicals are used to kill bacteria, to destroy bacteria completely. But however, bacteria cannot be killed completely. Remember that 1%, it is left for that reason. That is why they said 99.9, leaving the 1%, because we cannot be completely 100% about killing them. But that 1%, it is left for such thing. Then the medium level, now you tell the marker that on the medium level now, it refers to what? A process where you reduce things that cause bacteria. So you reduce things. So basically, how do you get rid of bacteria? You reduce things that will cause bacteria, will cause bacteria to be more. Then now on the lowest level, you tell the marker that you are going to use things that will control the state of it. So basically, it will is going to take it to its natural origin or natural level. So on the lowest level, using chemical agents that are going to reduce it to its natural or original level. So basically, that's the 3 levels of disinfection that you needed to know. I was right with levels of disinfection, not disinfectant. So basically, they can say levels of disinfection or disinfectant. Any of the 2 is still correct. Those are the levels that falls under disinfections. So it is necessary to consider the following when choosing a sanitation method. The method which is least harmful to the environment, the most cost-effective method, the easiest apply. So basically, we are still going to discuss the usage of disinfectant. How to use disinfectant in a safer way, and what should we consider on applying the disinfectant. So how swabbing works. The examiner would ask you how swabbing works. You must be able to explain this kind of thing. So before we jump to how swabbing works, there's sterilization. Guys, you need to know what is sterilization. So remember when I was explaining the highest level of what of a disinfectant, I said it does what it kills. So that means you can say sterilization is a process whereby excuse me, is a process whereby bacteria is what is killed or destroyed completely. So sterilization refers to what, to a process where something is what is completely killed or completely destroyed. So just know the term sterilization, that refers to something that is what, a process of killing something or a process of completely destroying something. So we can just put it however according to your English. So the objectives of cleaning, nope. We are going to the general principles for cleaning. The following principles should be adhered when cleaning and a food facility. So you also, I think the principles are there in module 1. I think are there in module 1. The video that is uploaded for module 1, you're going to find what the principles of using the detergent or the disinfectant. So we are how swabbing works. So we need to know how swabbing works. So the first thing you need to know about how swabbing works, the examiner can ask. So you can ask, basically before you can ask about the how swabbing works, they can ask about microbiological test for cleaning surfaces. So samples are collected according to a sampling plan. By swabbing over a specific area, rinse samples directly recover onto the growth medium. So swabbing refers to what? To basically testing if the area is clean. So basically that's what you need to know about swabbing. It refers to some it refers to a process of checking if something is clean. So number one, how swabbing works, it is that a still moist part is used to swab affected area. So you take a earbud, not basically ear, you are not supposed to say earbud, but you can say you take a bud, then it must be what, moist. It will be used to swab the affected area. So you're going to use it in an affected area, then you remove the part from the steel tube, being careful not to contaminate it with anything. So basically, if ever the area is affected and you want to check if the area is clean, so you're going to use the bat, taking it carefully without it contaminating anything. Number two is that you sweep the bat across the test area, rotating the swab, and the sample is being taken, as this will help to pick up the organisms adhering to it. So after you've taken this moist bat of yours that you have swabbed in in a surface, in a dirty or affected surface, you then what will rotate it where on a microscope or on a LD what light that is used to check for bacteria, rotating it slow, checking for what if there are any microorganisms found on the bud, on the moist bud. That's number 2. Number 3, the swab is then placed in the container amount to sterile fluid and then gratinated to remove the organisms from the swab. So you are taking what you are removing the organisms from the swab on number 3. So the swab is then placed into a certain amount of sterile fluid, then agitated to remove the organism from the swab. So number 3, you are removing the organisms that are found on the affected surface away from the swab. The swab. If the swab cannot transfer it immediately into the sterile liquid, return it to its holding tube and store it in a cool dry place up to 24 hours. Label the tube accordingly. So after you have tested an affected area, you normally see what happens at labs if they are taking the samples for testing. So they will label the container that carries what the samples, that this is a container that carries the swab that was tested for what area, what, if to check if there are what any microorganisms on the surface. So that's basically that's how swabbing works. So the uses of water. We use water for what? So I think this is basically general knowledge. The uses of water. We use boiled water to what? To reduce chemicals. So basically there are 4. They can say the uses of water. So these are not the same like any other courses. So the uses of water, they differ from what? From nutrition. Nutrition, the uses of water, for all body fluids and what. Yeah, they're asking about what? The uses of water in terms of cleaning, disinfecting. So number 1, we use water for boiling, which is going to help us kill bacteria. Number 2, warm water is used to general cleaning. So we use water or warm water to clean. We use steam to eradicate what bacteria, or to clean and sanitize or disinfect, removing the stains and the build up. So we're using what? Steam. Then autoclaving is a process used for sterilize the object by means of high pressure steam. So we autoclave using what? High pressure steam. So this is are the uses of water. So basically you must be able to remember that the uses of water: we use boiled water to kill bacteria, we use hot water or warm water to clean, we use steams to get rid of what? Stubborn build-ups or stains. We use autoclaving for we use autoclaving. Water is used for autoclaving. What is autoclaving? Getting rid of what? Of bacteria on objective using a high pressure steam. So yeah, autoclaving refers to a method of high pressure steam to get rid of what? Bacteria on objects. So effectiveness of disinfectant. So effectiveness of disinfectant. You need to know the following. Effectiveness of disinfectant. Number 1 being what? Being the pathogen buildup. So effective effectiveness of the detergent. Number one is pathogen buildup. Number two, the nature of material, which is disinfectant. Number three, the concentration of disinfectant used, the contact time. Yeah, those are the four. Those are the four. So those are the four that you need to explain. Number one is what the pathogen buildup, the nature of material, which is disinfectant. Ew. Sorry, guys. And then number two, I said, is the nature of material, which is disinfectant. The concentration of the disinfectant used, so the contact time. So for when we're looking for the effectiveness of the disinfectant, so basically focusing on these four, that how long will it take, when we say the contact time, how long will it take to get rid of of the bacteria, the concentration of the disinfectant used, what are we going to use this disinfectant for, or where are we going to use, basically what is it recommended to be used for, then the nature of material, like which material it works best on. Like you check, okay, it works best on the glass, it works best on what, on the cloth or the leathers, it works best on metal equipment. So that's what we are looking for. Then the pathologic build up, we are looking for what kind of bacteria does it destroys. Can it kill all sorts of bacteria, or does it have a specification when it comes to bacteria that it works best on this type of bacteria? So basically, effectiveness of disinfectants, basically focusing on the four, which is the pathologic build-up. So the degree of microbiological organisms or pathogens which are to be destroyed. As I've just said, the pathogen build-up, looking for the types of bacteria that will be destroyed. Then the nature of the material, the easiest surface of disinfectant is one which is smooth or non-porous. If the material are incompatible, the disinfectant damage or corrosion will occur. So as I've said, imagine if you are using a detergent that does not work on glass and you just use it for cleaning glass. So basically, your glasses will crack or will break eventually. So the concentration of the disinfectant used, so the higher concentration of the chemical agent are more effective, require short time to disinfect. So basically, the concentration you're looking for, which disinfectant work best on what you want to get rid of, or on you check this will work fast when I clean, when I mop, it will get rid of all the bacteria and this and this. So basically that's what you will be checking for. The contact time, how long will it take for bacteria to get destroyed. So the ideal qualities of a disinfectant. So when we are looking for the ideal qualities for a disinfectant, so basically the guidelines for use of the disinfectant, select the right product, control. So these ones we already did them, so that we are going to just focus on what the ideal qualities of disinfectant. So what are we looking for on the ideal qualities of disinfectant? So an ideal disinfectant should offer microbiological sterilization without being harmful to the user. So a best disinfectant, it shouldn't be harmful to the user. That's point number one. Point number two, it should not damage any area or surface where it is applied. So basically it should not destroy anything, or it should not damage any equipment or area where it will be applied. Number three, it is that it should be cost effective. So being cost effective, that means it should be on a consistency priced, so it should be cost effective. It like for its price, it should be reasonable for its price. So basically, let's say it does not do all the job, then they price range at a higher amount, then it won't make sense. So basically it should be what cost effective. So its cost should be effective based on the work that it does. The method of application should be user friendly and require little skill. So it shouldn't require you to have first aid, it should be something that it requires what less skill. Even less skilled people can use it. So it does not need it is not supposed to require a degree of a of someone who did sanitation in order for it to work or to know how to use it. So it should be applicable, so that it should be user friendly to everyone, so that they can use it. So general cleaning, the general cleaning, the examiner could also ask the general cleaning. So what is the pre-shift cleaning, post-shift cleaning, daily cleaning, weekly cleaning, periodic cleaning? So basically they could ask the five, and they could say name and explain the five general cleaning, which could be about 10 marks. So you don't want to lose that 10 marks. So you need to know how to what happens when you are pre-shift cleaning, what happens when you are post-shift cleaning, what happens when you are daily cleaning, what happens when you are weekly cleaning, what happens when you are periodic cleaning. So pre-shift cleaning refers to what? To items and areas that must be cleaned before a shift to start. So pre-shift, you clean before you shift something, right? You clean before shifting. Let's say you want to make a sprint clean. So there are items that you're going to shift them after you have cleaned. So that is what it refers to. Pre-shift refers to cleaning before shifting. Then post-shift cleaning refers to items and areas must be cleaned at the end of the shift. So basically, you are going to shift first, then you clean after. So that is what we call post shift cleaning. Then the daily cleaning, items and areas which are to be cleaned every day. So items and areas which are to be cleaned every day. So daily cleaning, we are cleaning items that are to be cleaned every day. So weekly cleaning, items or areas that are to be cleaned every week. So you normally have to know the items that you're going to clean every week, items that you're going to clean every day. For instance, dishes, we clean them every day. So normally we wash our curtains weekly. So I don't think you can get this. Should be, you could come up with a general knowledge somewhere somehow to add up for your marks. So but you need to know a periodic, what happens in a periodic. So periodic only at certain times, usually less regular than once a week. So basically a periodic, so it comes a period of time whereby after 3 months or after 6 months, that is when you guys are going to clean. after a long time. Maybe you clean season after season. That's periodic time. That is periodic cleaning. So basically, you need to know the five. I said is pre-shift cleaning, post-shift cleaning, daily cleaning, and weekly cleaning. The last one being the periodic cleaning. Periodic cleaning, I made an example of what seasonal cleaning. Maybe you clean after spring or uh, after summer. So yeah, those are the type five. Those are the types, five types of cleaning, general cleaning. So please ensure that you subscribe, you like, and